I hate this album. I really do. I tried avoiding it, but I keep listening to it again. Anyway, we will be playing Yume today. Do the To Live again, and maybe assignments because I really need to get going on my classes. I mean, it's only Tuesday, but I know I'll have a lot of things to do. And I know I'll have to work on them on different days because I know I won't be doing everything every day. Okay, yeah, let's just get into it. And this time I might actually have something to talk about. Okay. Maybe the mic on top of the trackpad again. And it did work pretty well the last time. Let me try it again. I wish there was something to extend the mic or something, because it's pretty inconvenient in a way. I don't know, it's kind of annoying, but I think it's fine actually. Well, it's not the most optimal way to place things, and it probably wasn't made to have it to be used with a laptop, since you have the whole, it's not very convenient. Anyway, let me change the screen. Alright. So satisfying to see how little CPU is being used whenever I'm on here. And this time I started the stream much sooner than like 15 minutes because I keep stalling on things and time passes by way quicker than I think. Am I logged in? I'm not logged in. Ugh. Sorry for the loop. It's just, I don't know. Just need to log in here. Obviously nothing is working. Oh, okay. I was just a little impatient as usual. Had to go outside today. I'll get to it. But I went outside today and I had to dispose, like, what do you call this? Like envelopes whenever you vote for or something. I mean, that part, for some reason I made it out to be like extremely important, but ultimately it took seconds. I mean, it wasn't. Well, I mean, I walked around the town to get to the, how do you call a Rathaus? I love this. Well, this looks nice. Yeah, I just went outside to dispose all this stuff. Then I went back to listening this damn album, because I've had one of the interludes in my head since yesterday, I think. And yeah. Oh, money. Shillings. Okay. Where will we go today? I wish I had streamed Yume, the first one. This looks strangely technologically. Oh, awesome. Okay. Crazy how you have to discover it yourself. Oh yeah, I can also. I forgot. I avoid those that have lights because I know I'll have to use the lamp effect or something. So I'll just take this one. Oh, I thought I knew this theme. Or do I? Might have heard this. Not sure though. It is kind of quiet because I'm listening to it from a different headphone. I have one headphone off. Yeah, so the reason I called this live stream Eat See, I did not expect the stream to escalate this quickly. See, okay. We're not even 10 minutes in. It's ridiculous. This is pretty cool though. I love the scrolling effect. Okay. Back to what I was about to say. Okay, the reason I called the stream Eat I hate this game. The reason why I called this stream Eat was because I've been noticing that I've been gaining weight. After all, it's been a good while since I've done any workouts, let alone I've gone to the gym. Must have been since September, I think. And damn, the music was hard. And yeah, sometimes I look at myself in the mirror, and while it doesn't affect me all too much, what the hell is going on? While it doesn't affect me all too much, bro. Okay, while it doesn't affect me too much, it's still kind of unfortunate because I used to love going to the gym. It was really nice. Didn't talk to anybody there, but it really was my moment to tell myself, okay, today was a very tiring day, and let me spend like 40 minutes at this spot to simply let out the last energy that I have for today, dedicated to a single exercise. Once I was done, I would go home, slightly tired, sometimes not. Used to be sore sometimes because I hadn't worked out in a couple of days or a week, sometimes even longer, but I would still feel satisfied. Then I go home, take a shower, maybe cook something, maybe just eat some trash, because I didn't really care about my diet. But nevertheless, I still felt pretty satisfied. I still felt kinda happy in a way. Now, personally speaking, I don't think that working out was the thing that made me way more happier. It was more of like a sequence of events and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, working out was still pretty helpful because mentally I was doing pretty unwell, but I got better and better. And I think it's also probably because I started working out that I felt better. So I keep on interacting with the most random stuff, and it actually brings me somewhere else. Unexpectedly too. But yeah, regarding gym, I kind of miss it, if I'm being honest. It was pretty nice. It was pretty fun too, always being there to challenge yourself. It wasn't pretty hard on myself because I knew that I put a lot of effort in the things that I was doing. So when I went to the gym and I spent like I spent a day which wasn't all too satisfying to me, I wouldn't beat myself up about it because I had already done all the effort that I could put in a single day, you know? And sometimes, well, there were days I wasn't all too satisfied, and some days where I just felt satisfied. And I was never actually focused on a certain goal. I never actually had an actual goal. I did become a bit skinnier, and I gained some muscle, and it was really satisfying to look at, and made me really happy and proud of myself. Even other people noticed it before I noticed it, which is crazy. But otherwise, from my own perspective, maybe it wasn't the best way to approach the gym, but it did make me feel proud of myself, like a lot. It wasn't very usual, and that was especially during the time I was very uncertain regarding. Are these shoes? Okay. I was very uncertain regarding everything concerning my art journey and all that stuff. So the only thing that, I wouldn't say the only thing, but one of the few things that really carried me up and made me at least feel a sense of purpose was me going to the gym and constantly aiming for something higher and higher without any sense of pressure. And once the money ran out, it was kinda gone. I tried working out outside at the spots that I used to work out at. That didn't work. Maybe I didn't come at the best times. I also had school and whatnot, and it was pretty complicated. And I tried working out at home too, do some exercises, some DIY stuff, but that didn't last long either. So I just slowly stopped. And frankly, I'm unsure how to come back to this. And it's not like I've improved my diet either. I've been eating nothing but nonsense. Now I haven't, my face has become a bit round and puffier and stuff. And I didn't notice it all too much until I recently looked at older pictures of myself during summer. And yeah, I mean, I think that was the healthiest I've ever looked. Even though I was going through I was going through some stuff at that point, at that moment of time. I wonder if I'll ever talk about it. I don't know. But regardless, it was, I wouldn't say disappointing, but it was like it's like you'd say to yourself, damn, when you look at it. Well, when you look at a better version of yourself, you kind of regressed, and you don't really have an aim to get better either. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would love to go back to the gym though. Plus I have a homeboy, he kept going to the gym, has like a gym bro and stuff. Seems like he never actually asked me to go to the gym again for some reason. And I had told him that I was running out of money too, but it's kind of strange that he never really asked me again. Sometimes it was me who had to ask him to go to the gym. Seems like he just went there on his own, and it's pretty unfortunate. What the hell? Yeah, saying it like this makes me kind of, wouldn't say it makes me sad, but you just think about it, you're just like, oh damn, like that's pretty unfortunate. Like there's some sort of, how would I describe that? Like it's not really a lack of compassion, but it's like maybe a lack of consideration of somebody. Like you don't actually, but that's extreme honestly, but it's like you don't actually want to, I don't know, like hang with me, like kick it with me. Is this a Nexus? Kinda like the music. Fuck no. Yeah, just go through some and see which one kinda interests me. But this is cute, I'll stay here. Yeah, I wish I could. I know, I've always been adamant towards the idea of going back, but in that case, since it was something recent, I think it's valuable to say that, right? So yeah, I think, yeah, I wish I could go back to some extent, because the thing is, if I'm not at the gym, I don't actually do much, and I can draw, but I only draw when it's for the Doodle to Live Again series, which I only do like for a couple minutes, like a couple 20 minutes or something. And that's, yeah, I mean, that doesn't, like, I'm not drawing for like hours and hours. So at least I was a bit occupied when I came home. While I was a bit tired, I was still in the desire to do something, to rest, like feeling like my rest has a purpose, like my rest was earned, you know. Nowadays it's like I just sleep just to sleep. Sometimes I don't sleep, so I stay very late at night. And yeah, I have no clue where I'm headed right now. It's like I'm going anywhere. Maybe I'm not giving myself enough time to actually explore these places. Why are you showing me this if I can't buy anything with it? Okay. Don't know why, but this reminds me of Clunk. If you know, you know. Only very few people know, actually. Okay. What's going on? I don't know. This is so weird. I really don't want to be stuck, I guess. He can't, she can't, but they know I can. Gym. Yeah, I mean, I've only talked about the gym, but what regards well, yeah, everything regarding the way I've been eating has been nearly, yeah, it's kind of self-destructive, isn't it? because I'm not really cooking anything, so I just cook anything on my air fryer, and I love my air fryer, but I do need some level of regulation in order to eat and cook more healthily. Except that I don't really consider me cooking something worthy of my time. Well, that's kind of extreme. It's a bit of an extreme way to express that, but it's not really what I'm thinking. But it's more so like I'm just, I don't feel like it. Maybe I'm lazy. I don't know. It's also the kitchen too. Sounds like an excuse, like somebody saying that they lost a game because they didn't have a right controller or something. But to an extent, for in my case, it's true, because sometimes there's so many dishes, and then you have somebody working, cooking something while you're trying to cook something at the same time. Sometimes there isn't even much food. Sometimes you're trying to consider what could be healthy or not, and whatever you make, it ends up being unhealthy anyway. And yeah, you just go through all these thoughts, and you just stay immobile, and then you always end up being like, what, might as well make a hamburger. And then you just eat a hamburger again, except this time you wasted like 2 hours trying to think about what to eat. But I can do better. I know I can do better. I need like go-to ingredients, like recipes. But as it stands right now, I'm not very satisfied with the way I'm I guess living, but that's too extreme, isn't it? Just simply put, I can do better. I might need a lamp for this. What? Huh. Oh. Okay. I can definitely do better. Like really. Like much better. I wonder if this is too loud. I don't know. But when it comes to working out, I'm unsure of what to do. It would be nice to have somebody work out with you. But well, in that regard, I don't really know anybody. I mean, the gym was really the only spot where, I mean, it was secluded. Sometimes there weren't a lot of people. Sometimes there were a lot of people, but that people talk about how it bothers them. But to be honest, while it did feel very nice to be at a gym where there's essentially nobody around, it didn't bother me all too much. Being in a gym where there's a fair amount of people, and yes, there are some machines that you can't use, and you have to wait, and you have to do something else in exchange, and you're wasting time, this and that, and I'm only citing out bad things, but frankly, it didn't bother me all that much, you know? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of miss it. And it's the worst walking by my gym and seeing. Yeah, and it's just, yeah, walking by my gym, seeing people walk outside of it and stuff. It sucks. Not the best feeling. What the hell is that? Is that a... that a notebook? Yeah, probably. Square root of 90. What's the square root of 90? That might be stupid. Okay. There is no square root of 90, is it? Is there? Like, you might have to do the whole calculation stuff. I don't know. I love how there's just a bunch of bullshit on the screen. Awesome. I have no clue where to go. Wait, what? Did I go there? Oh no, that's new. The screen is so bad I can't even see the things that I keep running into. So I have to look at OBS. The colors look way much better. Oh yeah, I watched a video today of a guy who talked about all the tech that he has, like electronics and stuff. And he was talking about the Ambernic RG whatever that looked similar to the Miu Mini. Talked about like a synthesizer. Is that what it is? I don't know, like something to make music with, cameras and stuff. But I was really intrigued when he talked about PCs, mini PCs, and I know my brother. My brother has one, if I remember correctly, and he can run pretty good games on it too. And well, that's not really my point, but I thought maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to have one. Now the laptop that I'm still using here, I mean I like it and stuff, but it's annoying because it's kind of heavy, and it would be convenient to have one that is slightly smaller, for starters, and that isn't overly heavy for my back, so I don't end up with scoliosis by the age of 30 or something. But what is this? Hold on, let me follow it. Maybe the opposite direction. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, so I think in that regard, buying a whole new laptop would be kinda useless. Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it, certainly. But I thought maybe if I buy a mini laptop, oh wow. Maybe if I buy a mini laptop, mini PC I mean, I could keep it here, and then I'd have my TV screen, or maybe I could buy a monitor too, and just do anything on there, you know. And if I do had to buy a monitor, I would really have to make sure that, well, I'd have to consider multiple things in general, like the materials and stuff. So so having a mini PC implies that I would still need a monitor with an HDMI cable and stuff, and I'm assuming they do not come with the computer. I mean the monitor obviously not, but maybe the cables, like the HDMI cables, but I'm also not very sure. I mean, the thing is, things have become so accessible, like USB cables and stuff, that it wouldn't surprise me that they wouldn't include them in the devices, you know. Now, but I still have my TV. I'm not sure if using a TV is the best thing to use as an alternative for an HD a monitor, especially because monitors are way smaller. So yeah, I don't know, something to think about. Yeah, so I'd also need a keyboard. I think with regards the mouse, I should be fine, except if I would really want to be bougie and want to buy like a wireless mouse or something attached to Bluetooth that I'd have to charge or something like that. I guess I could do that, but I don't think I'd need to. Like I'd really not. I would really not need to do that. Like this is I can save money like this. And I think, yeah, with regard to the hardware, I mean, you'd have all the basics. I mean, I have my headphones, my mic. I think it would feel much more ergonomic to plug everything, like to just adjust everything the way it's supposed to be. So like if I had my mini PC just laying on the table too, and I plug my tablet inside of it and stuff, it would feel way less just annoying, less demanding than just plugging it on my laptop, which has always bothered me. Yeah, I mean, other than that, yeah, I think it would benefit me a lot, but I still have to think about it and look at reviews and who these kinds of mini PCs are actually made for. Did I walk through? Huh. Oh! Nice. I like this. This is like OG Legend of Zelda. Hold on, the music's kind of quiet. Okay. Let me screenshot that. That's funny. Oh, do I unlock slots or something? Next slot upgrade. Black pill. I don't know. Top down dungeon. Awesome. Okay. I don't know why, but in this format she looks like Frieren. I don't have my bike. Wait. Okay. Can I fall down? I can't. Yeah, something to consider, I guess. Hold on, let me explore a little. What's that? Okay. Do you need a key? Interesting. I mean, I'm saying all this like I have the money, but I mean, I think I'll always have these kinds of thoughts, but then I forget about them because I'm not in the position to actually afford any of these things. Plus, they aren't that expensive on the websites that I looked at, like websites of stores in my region. So it should be fine, let's say. Okay. But before that, I obviously need to acquire that money that I need. The only way I can do that is if I get a job, for starters. But I feel like that's cooked. I still need to get one because otherwise I'm cooked for the future, to be honest. So yeah, it's either that or I keep grinding on YouTube. And this is like a very big hurdle. As I've been talking about this for a bit now, but it's a hurdle that has been pretty bothersome to cross, and I'm not sure how to overcome it. Why is this dungeon so complicated? What? Oh, this is cool. What the hell? Hold on. Oops. Ah, damn it. This is nice. I actually planned on working on ST3 today. No, yesterday, I mean. I didn't do anything since I played yume and I was busy doing my Do the Two Live Again series. What? Okay. Can I use my bike? Okay. I love how it just turned to a 16-bit dungeon. What's that? Okay. Oh. Awesome, finally. This is some Undertale type of sprite work. Wait. The music is nice. I remember that I don't have both of my headphones on, so it feels weird hearing my voice like this. It's kind of annoying, but plus you can't really hear things correctly, if it makes sense. Oh, this is just Pokemon. Okay. Okay, I might be an idiot. This is so annoying. Can you actually get soft locked in this? I mean, you can always wake up, but that'd be. Wait, how am I? Okay. No way. Right. Yeah, you can't actually go through there, can you? God, I'm an idiot. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I did. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Of course. Nice. Oh yeah, let me save. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think about my project, and this is a project that I don't really want to like. Okay, let me think. So I'm considering getting help for because I'm simply not advancing in any type of way. Yeah, I'm not advancing in any type of way in this project, even though I aimed on making even more projects in the future, like this year, you know. And so yeah, I'm considering getting help, and I don't want this. When I mean help, I don't mean help in the sense that there's somebody like co-working on this project that I want to make, but more so. Okay. Oh, money. I'm stupid. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think about who I could contact, because I'm sure that there's some people. If anything, if anybody, when I'm thinking about somebody, I'm thinking about a mutual that I sometimes look at her streams at. Like, I sometimes tune to her streams, almost I used to. She also doesn't stream like overly consistently. Streams more often than you'd expect. But since I've been very radio silent, when I see her streams being booted up, I don't really. Yeah, I don't tune in because since I don't know, like I'm just not active. I mean, I could, but to come like empty-handed. So cute. But I might consider, I don't know, shooting her a DM, maybe through Discord. I don't know. I don't really wanna text her through Twitter. And I haven't been on my other Twitter account in ages, dude. Since September probably. September, like this is when I started the school year. And I haven't done anything. I even remember I wanted to start my project in October, I think. Around October, I think, I remember. The month of October passed by, and I thought, okay, it's November now. We even have we even have a week where we don't have any lessons anymore. And I thought I would definitely work, like have something to start off with. And I had nothing at all. I had nothing. Oh. Awesome. My favorite place. Oh, let me turn that up. Actually, it's okay. Yeah, it's frustrating seeing all this time pass by and still being at the zero. And the most amount of things that I've done was like, I don't know, like a couple of days ago probably, because I'm like genuinely considering it, but there's still nothing that is being done. Actually, I'm lying. The most I've done was the mood board thing. I forgot I can have my bike, but I'm just gonna walk everywhere. Okay, so I need to find a way to advance in some way. Why is this not? Okay, something's not working well. So annoying. Okay, I need to go to the settings again. I'm not. I don't know what I'm talking about. I yeah, it's annoying. Like it just thoughts that keep frustrating you. And yeah, sometimes I think the solution would be to just start. I see these thumbnails of these people trying to make it seem as much easier than it is, and technically it is pretty easy. I mean, I really just have to start. But I don't know. I don't know what blocks me. Sometimes I have free time, like like free time. When I mean free time, I have free time. I can do whatever, you know. And I guess instead of doing anything productive, I don't do anything. At this point, I'm thinking to myself how wild it is to consider that it was in 2024 that I have currently, like, I have reached my peak. Well, I don't know what that means, but I'm just thinking about how, I mean, that's how I felt my community being the most active since I was growing it. I was on my way of growing it, and everything just happened, you know. But now it's like, well, now it's just radio silent. There are people still commenting stuff on my videos from time to time. I still get some subscribers, surprisingly. Like, I'm not sure when I hit 30,000 or when I was at 25,000. I completely forgot. But hold on, let me think. Yeah, I mean, being at 30,000 now, I looked up. I was at 30,800 subs right now. And I think that's wild because I think when I was around 30,000, I was already not posting anything, and I gained 5,000 through a few months of not posting. So just imagine if I did post something and it catered to my audience, and I also went viral or whatever. Not that that's necessarily my end goal, but I think that's crazy. Like, think about all the money I could make. No, I'm playing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I just think that it's crazy. It's really crazy. But yeah, but in a way it was my income. My only source of income that was actually significant and wasn't too reliant on somebody else. I mean, ultimately, if you get an income, it will always be reliant on somebody else, but in that regard, it wasn't like, I don't know, like my parents or something, you know? And yeah, I technically do still get money, and I think I've already mentioned it, but it's not really money that comes in consistently, like every month. Plus, it's only $100. I mean, okay, not saying that I'm ungrateful, but it's not. It's, I mean, $100, especially when you live where I live, it's not very much. This is money that could go away within a week. Obviously, depending on how you use it, of course, and your circumstances and such, and how well you can actually manage money. But let's say this is not money that can hold for a month. Certainly not. And sometimes things get so dire, and yet I still have nothing left, and I still end up like, yeah, it forces me to end up asking people for money, and I hate this. I hate asking for money. It's like the worst feeling ever. Or just lending money or anything. Being indebted to somebody, and I hate this. I really hate this. It's the worst feeling ever. The absolute worst feeling. I hate it. I just dislike it, really. So yeah, I don't want to be in this position. I deep down, I kinda don't want to be in this position, being reliant on somebody to the little speck. I wonder if this is too loud. Hope you could hear me. At the same time, I'm right in front of the mic, so you should be able to hear me. I mean, yeah, this is when I really think about it. I think not me nor anybody wants to be in a position like this. And yet there's nothing that actually ignites me to say, okay, yeah, let me hustle to the max. Let me work on this YouTube thing in order to not be in this position. There's nothing that ignites me in that regard. Absolutely nothing. It's like the benefits are right there. I know it's gonna benefit me in the long run. All the work that I put into it, and the outcome that it gave me. I know. It's obvious, you know. Of course, it makes sense. Of course, I would like strike while the iron is hot, or whatever you know. And yet I still do nothing. I don't do anything. I always feel stuck, like in the moment when it's the best opportunity to sit down and work on something. Nothing happens. And genuinely, it makes me really wonder. Like it makes me think. It makes me genuinely think, and it makes me to be put in this situation where I just think that, where I feel that the spark that I used to have for drawing, for animating, let alone drawing, it's completely gone. But at the same time, I think it's not completely gone, but I mean, especially considering that I've made 28 drawings? No, 27. I've made 27 individual drawings and doodles and whatnot. I'm still around. I can still draw, and there are moments there where I still enjoy it, but I don't know. I don't know what to feel towards my art. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know what to... Oh, there's a rainbow. I can't feel a purpose anymore when it comes to drawing. And I've been having these thoughts since... for a good while. But I need to think. Nearly an hour of streaming. Wow. Let me think. Yeah, so when I started when I think about what made me want to draw again, I mean, even before all this happened, when my mind shifted and whatnot, I was already not drawing very consistently, but there were some moments, some times, some periods where I would come back over and over and over again, draw nearly every day, or a couple times per week, and I would actually feel satisfied and motivated, and I would actually feel like I'm actually getting something out of what I'm doing. There was a level of satisfaction. I would post, not consistently again, but I was there one way or another. And I feel like the most where I felt this motivation, or whatever you could call it, was when I started actually learning animation. Since what came with that was this whole community that backed me up and that I could interact with. Yeah. So I'm trying to consider what I want now. Because back then, sometimes I was just genuinely curious. Sometimes it was really just out of pure curiosity to try out something new. This is how I started out animation. Because when I started out animation, it was in the sense that I was pretty cocky, thinking that, okay, I mean, I was just thinking like, okay, technically speaking, animation can't be that hard, right? I mean, there are 2 points. I mean, when someone punches, I mean, you're in the beginning position, and you have the straight, and you're back to the beginning position, and all you have to do is just draw everything what's between, according to the speed. And a funny thing, I used to think that when I have to do animation, I actually have to learn physics, which technically you have to, but I actually thought that you would have to learn like actual like physics, like calculations and whatnot, even though you can literally just observe how it functions and reference for other people. But anyway, I was pretty cocky. I thought I was gonna be able to do things that simply, and I did adapt much better than I thought. I had the patience too. I spent hours and hours and hours trying to animate the most mundane stuff, which was like the most beginner thing ever. Yet it still worked. I had already the notions, the idea, but I didn't have the theory. And yet I still kept going. And by learning it's the curiosity, as I said, the curiosity that really pushed me forward, and that pushed me toward creating something of value, not even of value, but just simply something that I was proud of. And when I started out drawing, I mean, I can't even remember, because I've been drawing like pretty much my whole life, but my sense of direction and motivation and curiosity has shifted, probably, I feel like probably because of social media. This is probably because of it. Because, okay, I don't want to trace down my whole life or whatever, but I remember when I was little, I used to draw a lot, and I had my parents constantly discouraging me to draw, and it was pretty awful. So I remember when I moved here and I was 11, I didn't draw much. I actually stopped drawing at some point, and I actually stopped drawing because my parents kept on insisting, and I was about to stop until my brother actually he did as like insulted me and stuff, thinking I was an idiot or I was a pussy or whatever the fuck. And yeah, I still kept going. What's unfortunate about that is that the moment I started, Hold on. Yeah, the moment as I started was the moment I got more attached to social media. And at some point, I remember I was a lot on Facebook when I was like very little, like 11, 12 or something. And I shifted to Instagram. I saw all these influencers, these art influencers, posting all their art and stuff, all fancy and whatever, thinking I could do the same. And I feel like this sense of curiosity or trying to emulate your inspirations. I'm thinking about anime and stuff, or Dragon Ball. Like all this stuff did not go through the window, but it overstayed. It's like it overstayed its welcome because it was tried, like it was almost being replaced by social media and like fame and stuff. Because my goal was back then was always like, oh man, I really want to have a like maybe a community, people who actually comment on my art, having like what 10k, whatever, and all that stuff, connecting with people, this and that, waking up and seeing the numbers go up, getting all these followers, this and that, and in 2018 especially, this is when it didn't work out at all, like at all. I was so attached to wanting to get more followers. It didn't bring me to anything. So there were times where I had to switch accounts, I made new accounts, I abandoned an old account. The account I had in 2015, I remember this one, the one from 2015, what used to be my personal account, which I turned to an art account, which I abandoned to make a new account, and the OG account that I abandoned turned into a spam account, in which I had like a small community in, with people seeing me vent and all that stuff, which I now deleted permanently. And the, I guess, new art account that I held for a couple years, yeah, maybe 2 years before I abandoned that one, and I'm now with my third account now, which I made in 2022, which I wanted to keep secret, but everybody found out about. My siblings first, which I was pretty upset about, which was also because I made a different account, which was now my personal account, with which I followed the art account with, and they found out. They just found out. Man, I hope this is retraceable. This sounded like I said some nonsense. But yeah, like just all this stuff alone makes you think, why would I have to do all this just to post my art? And I know for why I had all these like why I had all to do all these things. It was simply because I wanted attention. And this is where we come to the interesting part. I wanted attention. That's all it was since I was little. All I wanted was people to see me. All I wanted was something to fill a void to an extent. And at this point, video games weren't enough. I mean, this was something I did in my own corner. Playing video games, like just simply something that I did in my own corner. I found my own. It filled it satiated me in its own way, you know. Man, I've been here for a while. I'm still on OBS. What did I want to say? Yeah, I mean, it video games satiated me enough for whatever it was, and I still love them. Play them less, have less patience for them, but I still play them. But when it came to art, it was a bit different because I actually had something physical something that I made myself, something that I felt proud of. And this pride, this passion, I exchanged for attention. So when I would show my drawings, it wasn't really to show what I'm passionate in, but it was to show how good I am at something in order for you to be expressed in it, and for me to feel satisfied of you being, of feeling the satisfaction of attention, which is a normal feeling to have, but at the same time can be very consuming. And I feel like, to an extent, I did like, as time went on, it kind of got worse and worse, and I think that's the thing that made that genuinely influenced the way I drew. So I've had a lot of influences. Like, I remember the time I completely shifted my art style from something like anime-esque, almost cartoonish, comic-ish, to realism because of how impacted I was by Berserk, and I actually started studying, like, for real. And I started using more references, not a lot, but more, at least something that I considered, at least. But one thing that always influenced me involuntarily was the simple fact that I had something that, it's like I had an eye on me. It's like there was always somebody on my back. Oh, there's always somebody watching my back, telling me, yeah, maybe you shouldn't draw that. You don't have the skill set for that yet. And what if you post that? Like, what if you draw it, and it's obviously like obviously it's gonna suck, and in no other universe it's gonna look good. So imagine you draw something bad and you post it. Imagine how people are gonna react. They're probably gonna insult you, or just simply ignore you, or tell that you fell off, or this and that. Obviously I didn't explicitly say this to myself, but it's kind of the idea of how it felt, being overly attached to social media. Let me think. Yeah, I think this, as I said, this was this aspect that completely overwhelmed me. I think it's also like an amalgam of attention, solitude, this and that, something filling up something it's not supposed to fill up, using something as a coping mechanism, essentially. And once I had the replacement, I lost what worth it actually had for me to begin with. I never, the thing that was supposed to provide, what drawing in general provided for me, it was almost like it was lost in time. Its purpose for me was lost in time, was replaced for something else. And once, for something else that was obviously flawed, but I couldn't tell. And once I found a proper replacement for the thing that art was supposed to fill my void in, I had looked back at drawing and realized, oh, this is worthless to me now. I don't know what to do with it. But at the same time, I've been doing this for so long, and I've had love doing it. I don't know if I could actually stop using it. I'm not sure if I could actually stop with it altogether. I can't just throw it away. look at all these sketches and drawings and all the stuff that I've been doing for years now. So so now I'm in this state where I'm just utterly lost when it comes to this. Now I'm just drawing just to draw, avoiding posting my stuff publicly, overly publicly. Technically, okay, like this live stream, it is completely public. Anybody can draw it, but nobody can find it because I'm not explicitly talking about it. Not doing any advertisements, because technically I could post it. I mean, okay, the only place where I post my drawings is on Threads, but on other platforms, I have a lot of platforms. I could do my plugging on Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, I mean, these are my biggest pillars. Oh, YouTube. I mean, I'm essentially streaming on a burner of my other account, which has way more popularity, and where people probably want me to stream on too. Because I remember asking people if they wanted to see me streaming, and all of them said yes and stuff. But ultimately I didn't do much with it, because I kept doing false promises, blah blah blah. Okay, it's not important. it's not important, okay. But yeah, going back, there was one thing I wanted to talk about. I forgot, but let me think real quick. Hold on, it was pretty important. Oh yeah, well, I kept talking about the void and how art was filling a certain, how my art, or just drawing in general, filled a certain void, but I never really precisely said what it really was. I did say it was about attention and solitude, but to be more precise, and I don't want to get all too venti, but I mean, just back then, shit, I was just a sensitive kid, you know? Plus I moved an entire country. I didn't know the language. I had to learn it by myself. I felt lonely, man. And that's just simply what I did. And I changed schools and classes and stuff, and I thought, oh, this is my moment. Maybe this is how I could make friends. And I would show them my drawings. I would show people what I've been doing, the comics I was making, this and that. Then I had to change schools again with the class that I didn't even like, even though I just established throughout the whole semester a relationship with people that I liked. Then I would change again with another class that didn't even give any, they didn't care about me whatsoever. They weren't funny, they weren't energetic, they kept beefing with one another. None of them actually liked each other, except a few little groups. There wasn't any chemistry, nothing. It's I lost everything again. Then I was there just crumbling. Then I had to switch schools again, but with a good class where I drew a lot. And then I changed again in a class where this chemistry was completely gone and nothing was going well for me, so much so that I failed the year and I had to switch programs. And my only coping mechanism was just to draw and draw and draw and draw and draw. Was doing nothing but that. Then I switched again. I was doing nothing but that, but simultaneously I had stopped at some point because I just felt like nothing was going well whatsoever, so it even impacted the way I was drawing, which is something reoccurring whenever I'm not doing well. But then I was in another class and things started picking up again, and I would keep on drawing during classes, fill up 2 sketchbooks nearly. Then I get to last year, where absolutely nothing was going well, and where I started questioning the purpose of my art, of my drawings, like what I feel in it. Not even considering the spectator, just simply why I am doing it. And this is like not something like, there are a lot of aspects in this, like all these things. I didn't even go into detail, but all these things that I just listed, just simply drawing can't fill all that, man. Just simply drawing can't fill all that. And it's almost what I've been trying to do for years. It's no wonder that I never draw consistently. I drew for a wrong purpose. Now I have to find a real purpose as to why I really actually want to draw. And I need to find, like just looking at it retrospectively, it's kind of heartbreaking to an extent. Like I was being sold a dream of becoming like famous in order to have some level of status or whatever. And now I'm at that point where I do have a certain status. I have popularity in the animation community, even though I've been MIA for a good while now. But people know me when I just write a single text, like, I don't know, somewhere in an online animation community, and people actually know me and respect me and like what I'm doing and want to see more from me. And yeah, I won't deny myself that I like try to act like it. I'm not gonna act like I dislike it. It's like yeah, it's pretty satisfying. It's insane to get to a point like this where people actually know you, and I don't know how to explain this, but just simply getting attention to that caliber is wild. However, it's not as impactful as I had dreamt it when I was little. Now I got what I wanted. Now what? It doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me happy at all. It did help me a lot. It gave me money. Yeah, money can buy you happiness, blah blah. It helped me, certainly. I got to buy stuff that I never got to buy. If it wasn't for that, I had never gotten my 3DS, which is genuinely my biggest prized possession, which I do everything with, which I love to death. Okay? Still, what came with it, this online presence, this attention and stuff, now I'm at this point, and I'm like, now what? I don't even flex with it, and even if I did, people would only care for like 20 seconds, because afterwards, what would they do? And even then, now they have this information, they can do whatever with it. And they keep teasing me with, oh, when are you going to drop a new video? How much money did you make actually? How, like all these questions that are kind of invasive and make you sort of uncomfortable. And now it's like, okay, thank you. And it's pretty, it's just simply uncomfortable. So yeah, ultimately all these things, all these superficial things that I had dreamt of, that I had dreamt of in order to be seen, now they don't even help me at all. They don't fill this void. The only thing that filled that void was me actually talking to people. But it's beyond that. It's even simpler. The only thing that filled that void was being me, being myself. Because being me implies that, okay, let's say, okay, I have a passion, or like not even a passion, like it's simply something that interests me, like this game, Yume. I really like this game, and I want to talk about it. So let me talk about it, and that's it. Okay, it's more complex than that, but I mean, yeah, I mean, you get to meet up somebody, you ask the simple questions, the small talk bullshit, blah blah blah. And then you get to simple questions, as in very spontaneous questions, as in, hey, do you like games? And then I say, oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, maybe not. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, I've been thinking about this game that I like a lot. Or you just think, or you're asking like, have you really never played a game, or do you like dislike them? And you can debate about it, or this and that, or show what's actually great about these games. And boom, you talk about yume. You could talk about things like, oh, I mean, yeah, there are fighting games like, I don't know, Street Fighter, or anime games like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and stuff. But, video games have a lot of variety. I mean, you have Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, this and that, blah, blah. And my personal favorite that I'm playing, my personal current favorite that I'm playing, that is more of a slower game where you don't need to do like insanely huge, or you have huge objectives and sucks you in for hours and hours to the point where you get overly addicted, is a game like Yume. And then you start talking about the game, what it's about, how it impacts you, and it comes from, anything you say, it simply comes from the heart. You don't need to pretend to not like it and say some shit like, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it, I mean, video games are kind of stupid, or something like that, or like, yeah, they do kind of waste your time, blah blah. Nah, man, if you like it, then talk about it. And I really had to learn that the rough way. I mean, I had situations happening to me where I really had to learn to be authentic, but in that regard, it's so important to stay true to yourself, and it's not easy. I'm still struggling with it. Sometimes I act way more differently with some people than others, and years ago I used to be so embarrassed about things. I remember, I think it was in 2021, when there was like throughout 2020, there was not a single Nintendo Direct. There were only partner showcases. But nobody cares about the partner showcases, okay? Like the third-party games that nobody plays. But I think it was like January or February 2021 when they finally announced a new Nintendo Direct, and I was with two girls from my class. They were waiting, and I was on my phone scrolling down. I think it was on Twitter or something, and I saw like a new post, and I was audibly gasping because it was like, oh shit. And they looked at me, and they didn't even know what was going on. And I was so embarrassed to talk about how there was a new Nintendo Direct, because I didn't want them to see me and think I was like a loser ass nigga. But but I mean, in retrospective, it's kind of funny of a situation. And at the same time, you can also think to yourself like, bro, it's not that deep. Actually, it's really just a game. It's just like a showcase of video games. And they know that you like video games, so who cares? And between that time when I felt embarrassed, and I remember I was really embarrassed, because I was like, oh yeah, sorry, I was really sorry, like I was low-key blushing, even if I'm black, but I was low-key blushing. Like I felt so embarrassed. And the thing is, between that point of time to now is so polarizing. It's nearly as if this isn't something that the old me would have said about me, but low-key, if the old me saw the conversation that I would have now, he would probably say, man, either, man, what a loser to project, or, man, I'm able to do this and I don't act weirdly. Because it's like, it's simply because I'm interested. Like, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I explained to a girl in my class the story of Final Fantasy VI, since I'm playing it right now. I told her everything, because I was really interested in the game, and it was pretty nice and stuff. And I simply asked her, because she saw me playing the game, and she just simply said some stuff about it. I don't know. I don't remember what she said. Like, I think she said like it looks like a pretty charged game or something. And I told her like, yeah, this is pretty low key like my book because I'm really intrigued in the story and stuff. And then I tried shoving myself low key in the corner. Just I wanted to stay like low key and continue playing my game. But then I just turned around and asked her, like, because we were sitting next to each other because we had like lunch. Then I asked her, yeah, do you want to know what it was about? And I just explained to her the lore of Final Fantasy VI. Simple as. Even though she sees me as a huge nerd, like a huge geek. This used to be my biggest fear too. Like, man, I don't want to be seen like some fucking loser or something, you know. Now it's like, okay, I still hate you for even considering that I look like that, but to an extent it's true, but I still kind of hate you. But I simply I simply accepted it. And that acceptance gives me the freedom to talk about anything. So yeah, there's also this aspect about the ego and this and that. I won't get into it, but this is everything. This is just to say that this is to say, I don't know for what. What is it to say? This is to say that everything that I just talked about, this was what was supposed to fill the void. And frankly, the void isn't filled yet because I still have to learn things and get more authentic with myself and be comfortable in any situation, no matter if I know the person or if I'm comfortable with the person or not and stuff. But in a year's time, I've done a lot of progress, definitely. Maybe that void will never be filled, but it's probably being nourished with very healthy nutriments, and I can feel it. Like I can feel myself actually wanting to be around people, wanting to go up to people because I really want to be, because I really want to be with them. This is no matter how good I could have been, no matter how much time I could have spent, or no matter how much people I could have known or how many connections I could have known, something like drawing could have never intrinsically, from an intrinsic standpoint, it could have never filled the void that socializing, that living with people could have filled. So yeah, now I'm at a time where I need to find a way to just simply find a purpose in drawing. And I think me just simply drawing just to draw, nearly not every day, but drawing fairly consistently, is probably what's going to push me more forward. It's going to. I'm not sure where it's going to head me to, but I feel like I feel like it's helpful. Simply speaking, I feel like it's pretty helpful. Maybe it's maybe doing this, I'm feeling like I'm on a good road. Because just simply thinking and thinking and thinking won't do much. Acting is definitely going to be an important factor, and me let me think. Just simply, and me just drawing just to draw, I think it 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 targets something. Yeah, it targets the aspect that I was talking about when it came to drawing for attention or drawing because I genuinely enjoy it. Which is important. Right now I'm just drawing to draw, but it's not necessarily inspiring me. It's not really necessarily wanting to go back and trying again. But it's consistently challenging my sense of perfectionism, which was also an insanely toxic thing about my whole art. I guess my art journey up till now. It's like, well, the thing that I said about, oh, what if you tried this and oh, it's actually ugly and you want to post that? Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. Blah blah. So yeah. Right now I'm really just trying to draw, just to draw, and again, not necessarily something that is inspiring me, but we're just targeting something. We're just targeting my perfectionism. And it's targeting my perfectionism that I've had for a while, that I'm genuinely facing. That I'm still struggling on in very subtle ways too, that I have to point out that I'm still trying to work on, you know? I mean, it won't go over time. I mean, I've been doing this series of drawings since Christmas. Yeah, since Christmas. And I've done 27 drawings overall. Most likely we'll be doing a 28th if I don't get too tired. Even if I'm gonna make a 28th drawing, it probably won't be the best. And what's interesting too is that I still post my drawings on social media. I post them on Threads, but nobody uses Threads. And I do get likes from the 7 followers that I have. And it's mostly the same people. I get like a like from the most amount of likes are like 2 likes, and yet I still check on whether I got a like or not, which is something I might have to stop. And like I need to stop like thinking about the likes I'm gonna get and stuff. But yeah, hold on, I need to take a break real quick, sorry. Okay. I just want to make sure if somebody came in. And I was in a flow state. But I'm gonna end this whole... It's not really a rant, but venting? I don't know, that's all like topic. By simply saying that now that I found my weak points in certain aspects, when it came to my perfectionism or my need of attention and my lack of social interactions and this and that, there's something I need to head on, which is my purpose, why I want to do certain things, why I want to have fun, why I want to do a thing. And yeah, the reason mostly people want to do, the reason why people do things is because they feel something, and sometimes it's really just a feeling. And when it comes to drawing, it should be the same, right? But I feel like in my case, it's not really that. But at the same time, it is. No, it is. It actually is. I do have fun drawing. But I feel like this feeling of fun, this dopamine, whatever, is being replaced by my phone, which it just turns on instinctively. So I guess to conclude this, to solve this problem, I certainly need to identify all the issues, and then I need to solve them by finding what's actually preventing me to progress. And in this case, when it comes to video games or, you know, drawing and stuff. Hold on. Damn it. In order to fight what's preventing me from feeling this feeling of wanting to create, of wanting to progress, of wanting to have a satisfaction in what I'm making, it's gotta be my usage of my phone, my social medias and stuff. All these fucking dopamine drugs, all this, I don't know, like you know what it is. All these things, instant gratification, practicing gratification that takes time to acquire, rather than immediately hopping on socials and feeling miserable at the end and blah blah blah. Just all that. I need to work on this in order to actually regain what satisfies me, and so I can actually work on this damn project. How complex all this stuff that I have to do in order to work on a project. I mean, I can do these things simultaneously, but it's just something to consider. I don't know. But yeah, let me continue playing. I've been here for a long... Yo, it's an hour 40. Like, the time I spent playing felt way shorter than the time that I kept talking. But I probably won't be playing for long. I think I just need this moment. I think, bro, this place is beautiful, like, genuinely. I'm talking about this as if it's like I'm outside by a river on a sunny day or something, but it's really just a video game. I didn't notice, but the last time I didn't realize those were like paint tubes, and they look really pretty. And also they have these outlines too. Nice bright work. So the last time I interacted with the blue tree, maybe there's something else in this area. Yeah, this has to be my favorite spot in this game. I hope I'll be able to encounter Adabana Gardens. I really thought it was a real location, but it's only in Yume. It's probably inspired by something else. I'd have to check out the wiki, even if I don't want to necessarily, because I don't really want to get spoiled or my blind experience to be soiled. Even though I did listen to a good portion of one of the best songs in this game, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'm still pretty curious, just simply speaking, and I don't spend much time on wikis anyway. But yeah, like this place, just this place alone, it's really like just a white background with like a couple nuances. I don't know. That just like shift through the background in slow motion. And trees and stuff that have really peculiar. They look interesting. Like they don't. It's like they look slightly dead, and these are just trees that you would see in autumn. Except that they also have these blue like patterns, these blue nuances as well, that look really nice to them. I can't talk right now, I don't know. I used up all my talking abilities for this whole discourse that I made. Yeah, this place really sucks you in, and for me especially. Like I was sitting down on the bank and stuff, acting like I was right there. But really, there are some locations in Yume that make you think, man, I wish I could be there. Like right now, some people, like some locations are genuinely so pretty. I feel like I'm lost. What's going on? Where's the blue tree? It seems like there isn't anything I can actually explore. And this map is kind of smaller, isn't it? Like this is such a small location too. Yet, like I love it. Yeah. Yeah, this place is incredible. Just even the music. I've been listening to this music since, like, I think during the live stream, not the recording, but I think I was around in like 55 minutes when I entered this world. Like, yeah, I was around 55 minutes or something like that. I'm at an hour 46. I nearly spent like 40 minutes just sitting on that bench in this game. Okay, seems like that's a new location to go to. Let me just listen to this loop one more time. let's continue. Oh. I thought, god damn it, I thought you could go through there. Okay. Damn, where's the tree? At least I can still listen to that music. Can't wait to find Radabana Gardens. For this one I'm gonna stay for a while. Also, where's the spot I came from? Oh, what the f... How did I not see this? Is that a camera? It's probably like an OG type of camera, I don't know. But, okay. I feel like I've been walking in loops and somehow I just didn't see this big ass camera, not once. I saw the same patterns of trees repeating themselves over and over too. Oh, let me go back. Yeah, this is ridiculous. And it's not like I can interact with it either. Oh. At least I found the bench again, I guess. I'm not sure if it's a big location or not. Cause I feel like some things are repeating at the same time they are not. Is the camera around? Okay, yeah, there it is. But wait, let me go back to the bench. Was it on the left? I don't remember. I really need to write down the things I want to talk about. Oh, because there are some things I might have to... What is that? There are things that I might have to consider writing down, either on my notebook, or just simply talk about here. Maybe for the real personal things, I just keep them in my notebook. No reason for people to know what I got going on, even though there's nobody listening to me. But at the same time, I'm putting this on social media, so on YouTube especially, so stuff like this could come back biting me. Wait, what was that again? Oh. Okay. Expeditions. I still don't know what that is. Blood Red Beach. Flow. I don't know. And it says EXP too. Oh, great. Yeah, this is the card, right? Annotated map. Collage charcoal world. This is the only thing that... Hold on, where was the thing that... There was a thing, wait, I remember, yeah, there was a thing that I came from. Where is it? Or maybe to the right? To the left, to the left. Yeah, Pincushion Vineyard. That's where I came from. I don't like using this map, but it was right next to the tree. Okay. I even forgot there was a map. I remember the one time I opened the game for like 3 seconds. I tried using like I opened the game, and I just immediately opened up the map to go to a different location, and it was kind of stupid. It's like I missed the whole point of playing this game in the first place. Not that there is necessarily an entire point that they are trying to impose on you, but I feel like once you're playing in this game, it's like you feel like you're not supposed to use the map. Though it's a good option to have it. I'm trying to be too try-hardy about it. I love how the tree looks in this game, in this location. Just, yeah, the sprite work in this one was really pretty. God, nearly 2 hours in. Yeah, I'm gonna need to end in a bit in order to start do to live again. Plus I also need to plug in all this stuff. Yeah, the other time I went up. I'm gonna go down. No, yeah, that didn't just go up. The tree looks nice. Yeah, I didn't see that. I think the natural instinct would be to go right, but I'm just gonna follow the post lamps. Actually, I'm not sure if I went up or down. Because I remember the eyes, but I'm not sure if I actually followed them. Have I been here? I don't think, yeah, no, this is new. Ominous. Reminds me of the forest world from the original game. Feels almost cultish. Are these trees? Yeah, I might need a computer. I'm not even considering all the things like the prices and stuff, but having a mini computer would be a really nice thing to have. What the hell? Okay. Just, especially because of all my setup that I don't want to, that I don't have to, oh, I'm so tired. It's my fault. Just all the things that I don't have to plug in, plug out, put to the side, this and that. It's so annoying. Like if I had my tablet, I would just have it plugged all the time. Okay, not really. I don't, like, considering my table, I don't have much space. I could put the TV to the side, maybe. No, I would only have space for one monitor. So I guess I would just put the TV back again, actually use it for my computer, but yeah, okay. But yeah, but I was also thinking about the whole laptop thing, because I would love to turn just either one or the other to a Linux based device, and I could use like as a, I don't know, like a server, not really like a server probably, but like, nah, it would probably be my mini PC that would be Linux, but actually I'm not sure because one is stronger than the other, but one doesn't use one isn't able. Like if one turns Linux, then there will be one that won't be able to use stuff like Adobe Illustrator and like the Adobe stuff. And at the same time, I still need a laptop to bring anywhere with that can that I can take anywhere because I need to work on stuff when I'm not around. Oh, we're back to this again. Wait, was it last time I was here or was it another time? Can't remember. But yeah, something to think about. Or I'll still stay with Windows even right now. It kind of pisses me off. Can you even use OBS on Linux? I hope you can, because man, this is like this. It's very beneficial, but so compromising because I'm telling you right now, I am not using GIMP. Okay, critters are already one hell of a request to use, but GIMP. Did you see the logo? It looks like some shareware thing, some niche shareware thing from 2005. And just never changed the logo. Like, are you kidding me? No, I act kind of bratty and fancy, but man, like you are asking a lot. Ooh. Broken City. Unknown location. Oh, okay. That sounds like a sample for like a, I don't know, like a beat. Can definitely imagine like a like this, not a sample but a loop. It sounds like a loop that needs like a bass and like a just like a beat. Like one of those bad beats, you know. Like those that they would just freestyle on. I need a computer. I would love to have an Iron Thor. Ooh, layering. So if I got the Iron Thor, would I give my 3DS to a sibling? Probably. Even though I love it. And the Iron Thor doesn't have a camera, which is probably the biggest loss. It's so good. But I also have to think about how I'm using the 3DS. Because okay, cool, I will have I can still have Flipnote Studio through emulators and stuff. And you can do so much customizing stuff, but it won't be the same, man. What the hell is this? The Iron Thor, bro. The Iron Thor, man. So yeah, in case somebody's seeing the stream, bro, even though nobody's watching the stream, and I have not a single view or whatever, But if there's somebody like those YouTubers that randomly gift out like a bajillion dollars to people that have like 0 viewers, even though people only do this on Twitch. Help a nigga out, man. I need that Iron Thor, man. I'm not playing. Okay, I still want one, but money like this can be used better than to buy like an Android device with buttons and 2 screens, which is still fire as fuck, and which can play games up to the Nintendo Switch. But hey, man, is this the end? Oh wow. I like the layering as you walk through, like of the music as you walk through the different versions of this location. What? I wonder what kind of shit some of these developers go through to make locations like these. This is the most cryptic shit ever. I don't even know what to do here. Do I have to go back? Do I have to wait? Damn, bro. Maybe they just do it for shits and giggles, or maybe they just do it because that's the way they create art. But bruh, somebody check on them. But yeah, if this is a dead end, this is a really pretty location, but this is the dead end, I guess I can go back. How do you even find the facts? They're so scattered. Okay, let me save. Let me peep the wallpapers. Hour 21. Goodness. Maybe even longer because I only did one. Like, yeah, the first day I did like 30. The other day, not the other day in real life, but the day I was sleeping the game, I spent 30 minutes, but this one I spent hour 20. I didn't even do much, I was just yapping. The music is so nice. Oh, this is dope. Very internet. I don't think I've seen this. Okay, I've seen this one. I've seen this. Why are some showing me that they are new, but at the same time they aren't? Maybe a bug. Yeah, I've seen these. Oh, cute. I like this one. Oh, I hope I find Burgundy Flat, because the music is so good. Like, to me, this is like the yume main theme. That's only because somebody said that it low-key is, but it makes me think that, yeah, this has to be like the yume main theme. Nice. I know I only look at these drawings like 5 seconds, not like 2.5 seconds, but I don't know. That's cute. This occasion probably wasn't a fan of it. Oops. I love how they draw Urotsuki. Oh. Why was it so well drawn? Looks like it was made for anime production or something. Oh, that's cute. I don't even remember seeing this one. Or maybe I do, I just forgot. Okay. Just to make sure I did save, right? Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, okay. Can be paranoid sometimes. I always make sure to save more than once. Okay. Wow, what a session. Did not expect that. Oh my god, it's 5. Oh my god, wow. Okay. Oh wow. I didn't even draw yet. It's definitely about to get dark. Oh, not like in winter, but damn, that's crazy. Yeah, let me just get ready real quick. Just gonna put everything to the side. Actually, I need a break. I'm gonna just take a break and then I'll. Yeah. I'm just gonna take a break and then I'll organize everything. Let me just find some music. I'll be back. Okay. Yeah, let me just. Oops, wait. It's so complicated having my tablet at the same time because I need to have my mic a bit close. I also have my controller right beside me too. Hope you can hear me well. Probably not as well as when I was playing yume, but because it's not right in front of me, you know. I don't know. I'm doing what I can. Should be good like this. Let me just. This is tricky. Okay. I hope. I mean, I'm looking at the levels. Seems to be alright actually. I just need to talk a bit louder. I don't know. Let me just open up all my programs. I forgot to do that. Yeah, I won't draw for long, honestly. It's already 2 hours. It's been 2 hours and 2.5 hours since I've been streaming too, so don't wanna tire myself out. Neither. Also have to think about when I'm going to draw something. Also, my assignments. Yeah, I need to think about my assignments. And also, I need to. I don't need to draw every day neither. I mean, what's important is that I draw consistently, and that's not the same as drawing every day. Because I need I need a day where I do my Flipnote Studio stuff and other assignments, so I can allocate some time for another day to draw again. I might have forgotten to check. Ugh. Oh, okay. Okay. Tablets. Okay. It's actually insane how washed out the colors are in comparison. Comparing my screen to my tablet screen to my laptop screen. But it'd be like that. And it's okay. Probably not, but hey. You do what you gotta do. I don't even know what to draw today. Something simple. Just annoying having to look for references. I think that's mostly what drives me to not look for references, which is to find them. Which is like I never know what to draw. Maybe from my screenshots. Hold on. I almost did something stupid again. Okay. Pretty good. Let me. That me. Hopefully it's not too incriminating. I probably should stop using this word, but I don't have great vocabulary neither, so I will just say that. Just gonna draw something from yume, like the screenshots that I used. Yeah, I'm tripping. Okay. Like just to be sure. Hold on. Just to show on my screen. Dude. This is the screen. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna be using. That just reminded me of something, and I really need to log in for something. Wonder why this song in particular is so quiet. Let me just go through my other screenshots. Oh yeah, I forgot I was in that dungeon when it went from 8-bit to 16-bit for some reason. Wait, did I download the... Oh, it seems like I did not download the picture I took at the bench, but the second time. I'm unsure of how I would even depict that, to be honest. Yeah, let me just draw some bullshit. I don't know. Oh yeah, the timer. I need a better. Maybe I just paint. I just painted like I did the other day. But I need a better brush. There was one brush I remember using that was it flat textured? It wasn't that. Must have been this one. This one used to be my favorite. Or is it this? Oh, this is what I used for... I don't remember what. But it was pretty good as well. I'm not sure about the density though. I don't know what's going on. Did I make it like this? Let me just try something. Broad strokes. This is like a... It's an octagon. Nothing in perspective. Perspective is probably really off. And it's pretty off-putting considering I'm using a brush that makes it feel like I'm painting in a three-dimensional space. Classmates, they told us that they were going to Paris. I was pretty surprised. It's kind of crazy. It was slightly, well, not really, but yeah, that just to be a bit more interesting. I was slightly jealous, dude. Paint over it or something like that? Why is the angle so odd? What's crazy is that you can't even control its world. But I do see it moving a little, which is a bit strange. Yeah, something I need to take note of. Consider is that I tend to forget that people, this is in relation to my project by the way, but there are people who use Google Street View as backgrounds, and sometimes I need to really realize that there's so much freedom in your work process that like you can use anything really. And this might be stupid, but there's this like there's an anime that I respect. At the same time, I don't, because he's like a tracer. His name is Alan Bell. Okay, don't respect. It's kind of harsh of a language, but he's like a just like everyone else, like a webtoon animator, got popular, blah blah, and he is so. Can I say he's shameless? Because he traces anything he sees, anything, and I think it's extremely hilarious. And at the same time, it's like I don't know what to think of it. Like it feels kind of messed up, but at the same time, I respect him for that. Not only because he just does whatever he wants. I don't like that mentality, but what I like about it is that what I feel inspired by is that he finds inspiration and references in pretty much anything. Like he keeps gassing up his Gojo Sukuna animation, and there are like compilations of videos where you can see where he just blatantly traces a bunch of references. And there was like one video that I keep having in my head, just one where you have like GTA 5 footage of at the bottom, and the JJK video at the top, and you'd have like Gojo doing the exact same running animation as the guy from the GTA video. And when I saw that, I thought it was like, at first I thought it was like absolutely ludicrous, and then I was just thinking, bro, does this guy have zero shame or something? Like what's up with him? I feel like the more I saw his work, not even voluntarily, just simply through my algorithm, the more I saw his work, the more respect I kind of had for him, because he really finds inspiration in anything, genuinely anything. That's something I'm lacking, because my animations could be good, but at the same time they wouldn't be, because I'm lacking what makes them actually interesting. Like I need to let my knowledge of things, of knowing things, shine through. Yeah, it's apparent, at least for me, how lacking it is. That's why it's pretty important to keep like a good database of things that inspire you, things that could be used later as a reference. Just, I don't know, actively looking for these kinds of things, I guess. And yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna mix something, I guess. This island is pretty big. It's hard to scale it. I'm not the best at scaling things. art school that I signed up, they are going to disclose an information regarding the contest to enter the school, which is that they'll give us like an assignment to make that I have to present during the interview. And it's like, yeah, it's on the 20th, and God, I don't know why, but I have this feeling of like dread. I'm not sure if I'll I don't know. I'm just overthinking. Like I don't feel very secure, if that makes sense. There's a shadow. Kind of satisfying to paint like this. The values that are too dark right now. I think I messed up a little. Repaint more gray. Should start doing that more often. Especially with the vending machine, it's like that's helpful right now. Yeah, there's some values that are a bit too dark. But at the same time, I can just do this. Wait. Control U. Now it looks like it's fading. Maybe afterwards. I think there's a way. I remember there was a way to. There was a way to add like color to something transparent or something. Transparent, black and white. Values are interesting. I wonder if I would trace the backgrounds instead of fully illustrating them myself. Maybe to an extent I will like put my own twist to them, but for every single shot I don't think this guy the truth. Frankly, I don't feel like doing that once more. It was so exhausting. I'm more focused on the tree than anything else. That vending machine, I guess. Shit. Still don't get the point of the vending machines in this game. It's like, yeah, thank you, I'm broke. Thanks for letting me know. It's nice to have like those white values, because I don't know what I would have done on paper. Like traditionally, I mean. Before going live, there was a tweet I saw, God forbid, I don't know why I'm still on Twitter, also something I need to get rid of. I saw a tweet of like a lady. So basically there's this artist, this new artist, her name is Theodora. And I'm not necessarily overly fond of her music, probably not the biggest fan, but she really got a thing going on. Like, she is very admirable. I love what she's doing. However, she's been into some controversy that I don't really care about. But I saw like one lady, she said that she doesn't like her at all and stuff, and was okay. And like personality wise, which I didn't really mind. Then she started talking about how, artistically speaking, in her music, she like utterly sucks, and there's no substance in her stuff, and it was like the most disingenuous thing ever. And then she went on to cite like better artists, like that are on a better caliber and stuff, and that have like real talent. And before I mention them, she also criticized her because she said that she had no inspiration in her work, and it was all like substanceless and very like just really bad all around. And it certainly came from a place of somebody who listened to like one song, heard the word Congolese BBL or something. Who just heard the word BBL and got mad or something, and just thought, yeah, this is just another one of those overly bad artists, and like these artists that people get irrationally mad over, especially if it's a woman. And then when she talked about the artist, like they did the same with I wasn't tapped in much, but I know they did the same with Aya Nakamura. And when she started citing the artists that she said that have way more merit than her and stuff, have way more talent, something that have way more worth or whatever the fuck, she started talking about some Nina Simone, hit Whitney Houston and stuff. And this is a pattern that I've been seeing a lot lately, which is that there are people whenever they overly criticize artists or talk about the period of music or art or whatever the fuck, they never use examples of the current generation. That's one thing. And they never use examples of what could you describe this? Like they never use no, they always use artists of the highest conceivable echelon. Like Nina Simone and like just putting these two on the same scale, trying to put these two on the same scale. What does one have to do with the other? Why are we talking about Nina Simone? She's not even French speaking. Or was she? I think she was, but no, I just think it's wild because every time it's like people say to themselves, "Oh, you want to prove yourself? Well, you're not as good as fucking just in that regard, Nina Simone. Well, you have no merit, and you probably should stop making music." Like, there's such a lack of consideration towards new artists. People always want the newest artists to be completely perfect off the bat. They want them to be a certain way, and I mean, in the end, it comes down to taste. I mean, not everybody's gonna like her music, and just as I said, I'm not attached to her music. It's not what I'd be listening to, frankly speaking. Just simply not my cup of tea, which is completely fine. Okay. Though it's just frustrating to see these people complain about, oh, there are no new pop stars, there's nothing going on in the music industry, oh, rap is falling off and stuff. And then once you show them that there's music out there worth listening to, they won't even make the effort, or they simply don't care or have something to criticize and need to talk about the artists that they used to like or whatever, and how the newest artists, which are like all like beginners, or they're pretty much beginners. Like, it's just unfair. I think they give these artists zero chances, and don't wonder why there's nobody giving, like, there's no support or anything. I think that's so lame. And in that case, this was really outrageous. Nina Simone, Whitney Houston, and Theodore, like, there's no, I don't know, it's like trying to debate who's better between, I don't know, like Kendrick Lamar and Uzi. They don't make the same music whatsoever. At all. What's the point of comparing the two? That was so stupid. I hate it. I think, no, I don't know. Like, clearly it was a person that not only didn't know what she was talking about, obviously, but also was insanely disingenuous. And then when I went to the comments, you had people trying to defend them, Theodore, saying that, as expected, and obviously this was completely biased and pretty unfair. What else? Oh, it's nearly over. I think I'm gonna just put some details. Oh, I thought there was no bank. Kind of confused for a second. Apparently it was the person who made that statement was like it was a black woman. People said that she was kind of whitewashed or something like that, and then I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. Because it was really outrageous. I'm sorry, but it was really bad. But I think that just goes to show the conversation in the music world as of today. The lack of support that new artists get as soon as they make it out. They make something slightly different. It's like either they make something a bit different, or they copy something, or they try to emulate something from a different past, and in both cases there will always be some people complaining, because it's like, okay, if you emulate something from the past, it's like it's not really genuine, because even if you grew up with it, you can tell that, like, for one, like it's something that shouldn't be, but it's something that is not the most honest way to approach of trying to present a new style or something. I'm not sure how to I'm not sure how to explain this sentence. I don't know. Just saying some nonsense right now. But yeah, I mean, in the end, it's just overly disingenuous all around. It's like a lose-lose thing. So in the end, you just gotta do what you can do. I just think it's super whack that they're not even granted a single chance. Immediately dismissed. And granted, yeah, you don't need to like everything. And there are artists that kind of suck that I don't really like. But it's so lame. I think it's so lame to think this way. All these people stuck in the past all the time. It's also frankly pretty annoying. Like, you can't have any meaningful discourse without somebody constantly crying about how things used to be much better back then, or whatever the hell. Like, we get it, bro. There are incredible artists out here in this day and age. People won't even dare to take just a second to check out somebody's music. Not that I do it neither, like, a lot of times, so I'm not sure if I have a saying in any of this. But man, just unfortunate. I just don't like the attitude people have towards all this. Maybe it's also just a completely online thing, and I'm just tripping all around over something that doesn't matter all that much, but I don't know. This awful habit of trying to draw things in such minute details. Should probably cook something after that. Oh yeah, I want to make the bike. Oh, I fucked up the shadows. Okay, great. This happens to me a lot. Yeah, like this. She's been killing it. It's actually wild. She was last year. She was supposed to come to my region for a concert for free, and it was so overcharged that none of us, like, in my friend group, got any ticket. And that's when I realized how much emotion she actually got. Like, it's actually wild. Didn't think it was that insane. Yeesh. This does not look good at all, dude. I'm not sure what to do with it. Plus it's really tall. Yeah, the bike. Let me just do something quick. Only got 30 seconds left too. Tack. I don't know how to draw bikes. It's not even really in perspective, but just do what I can. I'll just leave that. Don't feel like doing much more. I think that's warranted, isn't it? That brush looks. That brush feels way more comfortable to use, dude. I'm trying to. It's annoying. Oh, okay. I was just trying to disable the blue light shield. Voilà. I wonder if you can see it on stream though. Probably, but yeah. Kinda cute. I'd love to make a second version or something. Because I'd love to change a few things. So this was a pretty good scaling practice. Did better than I thought. Had the instinct to make things that are not supposed to be. I had the instinct of making things that aren't supposed to be big, way bigger than they are. But in this case, you can kind of feel like there's something. Wait, let me hit like post draw session things. I need to find a shortcut for brushes probably. On the controller. So I'm not sure if the texture is good enough, but feels like concept art. also, well, I hope I stumble across a lot of worlds in Yume. I really hope I stumble across Lotus Water soon in the game in real time. I bet there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube how to get there. I'm honestly surprised it came from Yume, because I first heard it online, like on Instagram or something, like these videos or TikToks, whether like Fruity Arrow, whatever the hell. It's like the most, it's like kinda feels almost like a caricature of what the arrow is actually like. Okay. Okay. The border too. I tend to forget that. Yeah, let me do a border with the brush. Oh, it's in white. Kinda like how soft it is too. Really fitting to the drawing. Very winterish, and that's what this world was. I'll show the screenshot just as a reminder of how it looked like. Do I have like 3 hours? Wow, yeah. Yeah, some parts of my perfectionism will take some time to. There's some things that I need to fix, definitely. Maybe those are just things that I'll probably never get rid of. I don't know. Yeah. How would I write it? Nothing special with the title this time. I actually intended to have the title a bit like. I've been saying like too much. I intended to have the title to be underneath the platform. I'm not sure how to depict that. I don't have the skill set here to. not convinced by the text, to be honest, but I don't care. Oh, yeah, right. I forgot what the name of the world was. I feel like yesterday's felt like I didn't even do it yesterday. Because I've been looking at it for a good while now. Because I really like it. But it just doesn't feel like I made this yesterday. I don't know why. I've been a bit more ambitious with these. Just good to see. Oh, I forgot something. Great. I always forget something when I make these. I just need to this. Ugh. Here we go. Why do I keep doing this? Okay. Ugh. Just putting this here while I'm posting it on Threads. I thought it was still 5, like 5:40 or something. It's already 8. Wait, what? I mean 6. Some people make some good art, man. Somebody DM'd me because I put like a temporary note that I felt like putting on, which I hadn't done in since when again? Since December? Somebody liked my post. I'm stalling right now. What? To the baristas at Starbucks store. Damn, you put the ID too. This isn't necessary. Hold on, let me show the screen. This is stupid. Okay. Was it PC? Yeah. To the baristas at Starbucks store. This and that. This isn't necessary. I don't care if you're an artist by trade or in your other job, but I don't need cup art or graphic design on my water cup. Come on, bro. It's okay. Some people are so such crybabies on here. Goodness. Anyway, let me post my thing. Then I'll stop. No assignments. Because I'm getting tired and I want to eat something. Forgot what kind of background I put for my thumbnail. Forgot the thumbnail that I used for this dream. What was it again? Yeah, digital. As per usual. Damn, I need to turn on the lights because I can't see anything. I think on some of my posts I wrote that I was going to make. Yeah, wait, I posted it. In some of my posts I wrote that I was going to make like 60 of those Doodle to Live Agains. Not sure what it was. Like I put a list of things I wanted to do this year, projects and stuff. Yeah, this one. Yeah, Doodle to Live Again. Up until 60. Up until about 60, which is a lot. It's a lot, honestly. But I'm almost halfway through, which is pretty good. And then SD3, please, let's just get this over with. How I animated it, because I think that's important. And the other stuff I won't talk about. If I won't do it, nobody will. Spiritual sequel to I Don't Like You Anymore? Probably. It's weird that you can't look at DMs in this version of Threads. But here you have the layout. Light dark mode, very minimalistic as usual. Yeah. Like I kinda like this one, but I don't like this one as much, but at the same time I do like it. I'm sounding annoying, but like I kinda like it, you know? I don't know why. Whatever. Yeah, I think I'm done here. I don't think I have anything much to do. Let me go back. Yeah, I just ended here. I don't feel like doing much. Boom. Oh man, if it wasn't for all the yapping that I did, which was important, but at the same time I could have moved a little, like I could have continued playing, but I would have lost my train of thought probably. I still like that moment, where I spent like 30 to 40 minutes just speaking and speaking and speaking. But I think, should I do summaries? But yeah, I'm gonna just try one. It's dark in my room right now. But yeah, I would say in summary, that was, I was talking about eating, how I should at least work on eating better, cooking more often, and when it comes to the physical aspect of me really moving my body, what made me the most comfortable working my body was going to the gym, which is currently not an option since I have no money, and in order to get money, I need to post on YouTube. I need to post on YouTube again. And in order to do that, I need to find the spark, the joy that made me want to draw again. Which in summary was me replacing what was supposed to be my passion, my fun, with craving attention, and that just subtly but very steadily impacting the way I perceive my art, how I like it, how I want it to be liked, and what people think of it, and leaving no room for error whatsoever. Is it normal? It's so quiet. Maybe it's just... I don't know. Yeah, so the idea of my art trying to fill up a hole that it's not supposed to fill up has always been a crutch to me. Has always served as a crutch, which was very self-destructive and was to be seen like a miles ahead. And once I got the thing, it was like as if it was like an abusive relationship or like something toxic, But once I got the thing, like socializing and being myself and whatever, once I got these things and used these to fill up the real void that I was supposed to fill up, I can't think. Once I finally found these things when it comes to socializing and finding people to hang with and being more social and being myself, once I've had all these things, I could finally put something in this void, even if it wasn't fully filled. Once that was done, I was at a stage where I looked at my art and I was thinking, okay, what do I do with this then? And I couldn't do anything with it. Well, it's simply speaking, once it fulfilled its purpose of filling up a void it wasn't supposed to fill up, I was at a stage where I was thinking, oh, okay, what's your purpose now? And tracing back in time, it used to be me simply being curious is what really pushed me into making more and more, really finding out, okay, what if I do this, what if I try that, or what if I take from this artist, what if I create something that's completely new to me, even if I suck, even if I'll never be able to really achieve it, what if I do it anyway? How far is it going to push me if I just keep on doing it over and over? And that incentive disappeared in place of wanting attention, and it just creates this loop where I used art as a way to communicate with others, even though that's impossible. Using something to communicate, to talk, using something to talk instead of trying to use myself. And it is possible to speak through art. It's possible to speak through art, but in that regard, it's really out of desperation and wanting attention and feeling lonely and stuff, which is obviously valid, but it's not lasting. It doesn't work, simply speaking. So right now I'm at this spot where I'm trying to distance myself from I'm trying to identify the things that debilitate me from finding this sense of curiosity. It's a curiosity that made it fun. This dopamine thing, this instant gratification, whatever, blah blah blah. And let me think. I think I'm just simply on a path where I need to find what makes it fun again, or recondition my mind, my brain to consider what is fun. And the thing is, when you have your phone and social media and stuff, it takes like the whole. Is it too loud? I hope it wasn't too loud. That'd be very unfortunate, because I was spitting. But yeah, it gets you to a point where, what am I talking about? I am at a point where I need to find a way to have fun again, and I should let nothing take that spot. So when it comes to drawing, like when it comes to social media, I mean, it has pretty much taken the spot of dopamine, which is supposed to come from drawing, the thing that I've always loved doing. You know, just reassigning each purpose that everything, like reassigning each purpose that I have in my life, putting this to that, and you know, to its intended purpose. Starting with social media, which is the biggest challenge that I've had since years. I have some initiatives, some ways I could combat it, but I never follow through. But in this case, I feel like if I don't take this path, if I don't make the sacrifice, when will I ever make this stupid fighting animation of those two weird OCs that I made 3-4 years ago? Something needs to move. Okay, so yeah, I'll end it here. Just let the music rock, and maybe I'll hop on tomorrow. Who knows? But yeah, bye bye. Fuck.